If you are a man who feels that your energy, your focus, and your financial life are stuck, I have prepared a powerful ebook that will show you how semen retention can be the key to turning this game around. The link is in the first pinned comment. Have you ever stopped to think that that habit that you consider harmless could be keeping you from the life you dream of? Yes, I'm talking about masturbation. No, this is not moralistic talk or internet exaggeration. It's a warning. Because while you surrender to momentary relief, silently, your vital energy is leaving, and along with it, your focus, your discipline, and your ability to generate prosperity. What no one tells you is that poorly channeled pleasure steals your time, your mental clarity, and even your connection with the creator of the universe. And the craziest, you don't even notice. You think everything is fine, but you are tired, unproductive, without motivation, always pushing your dreams for later. And it all starts there, in that innocent, quick. It seems exaggerated, but it's science, it's behavior, it's neurochemistry. And if you continue to ignore this, you will continue to see the light of your financial life go out, day after day. Now, if you have the courage to face the truth, and make peace with your creative energy, you can turn the tide. In this video, you will understand how this habit directly impacts your productivity, your energy for action, your willpower, and why many men are trapped in a cycle that sabotages success without even realizing it. Are you ready to discover how to break this cycle and regain your inner peace and your outer prosperity? For a long time, it was said that masturbation took away men's strength, as if the simple act was capable of draining all the energy from a human being. This was born way back when, in the days of ancient boxers, who believed that keeping their inner fire before a fight made them invincible. But is it really? The truth is that many people repeat this without even knowing where it came from. Today, with more access to information, a new perspective is beginning to emerge, and with it, more peace in the body and mind. The real problem was never the act itself, but the imbalance. Any habit, no matter how common it is, when it becomes a compulsion, begins to erode prosperity from the inside out. The creator of the universe did not create human beings to live hostage to impulses, but to have control over them, and that is the difference between living with light or living off. The mistake is to demonize the body, when in fact it is the unconscious use that weakens the soul. The wisdom is in understanding this. A young person, for example, may spend hours locked in his room blaming himself for wasting energy, when what really consumes him is internal judgment. Meanwhile, your creative potential is being buried. Have you ever thought if he directed that same energy towards learning how to invest, studying neuroscience, or even taking a copywriting course? The energy didn't go away, it just wasn't used in the right way. And whoever learns this begins to realize that they have much more power than they imagined. And then the question arises that leads to the next point. What, in fact, happens to testosterone after masturbation? Many people believe that, when masturbating, testosterone plummets like water going down a drain. But science shows something very different. Yes, there is a drop, however, it is temporary. Within a few hours, the body goes into compensation mode, adjusting the androgen receptors and leaving the hormonal system more in tune. In other words, it's not the end of the world. The creator of the universe designed an adaptable body, capable of rebalancing itself, as long as you don't abuse the machine. This type of information, when well understood, brings incredible peace. The problem is when the habit becomes an unconscious routine, like pressing the elevator button several times thinking it will arrive faster. Masturbation, in itself, is not the villain. The villain is excess without purpose, without consciousness, without presence. The light of truth is in knowing that even hormones can dance according to the rhythm you impose on your life. And that changes everything, even your energy to thrive. Imagine a man who discovers this point of balance. He chooses the days on which he allows himself to relax and others on which he channels that energy into work, training, projects, or studies. Result: he feels more willing, confident, and realizes that his prosperity is not in what he avoids, but in what he feeds. He becomes a strategist of his own energy. Now, knowing this, have you ever thought about what happens to the body if this hormonal release is used before a workout? Now comes a curious part. What if I told you that, in certain cases, masturbation before training can help? Yes, it seems contradictory, but there is a logic behind it. The body releases endocannabinoids, substances that act as natural analgesics, reducing sensitivity to pain. In training aimed at hypertrophy, this can help to push more load or do that extra repetition. But of course, everything has two sides, and here comes the secret that the creator of the universe made very clear throughout creation: balance. While physical relief can be helpful, the relaxing effect right after orgasm can tip motivation like a house of cards. That desire to train disappears like smoke, and the peace that training would give ends up being exchanged for an easy time on the couch. Therefore, many prefer to save this energy for post-workout, when the body has already been taxed and the mind can truly rest. Knowing your own rhythm is the real asset. It's not about repressing, it's about redirecting. A good practical example: an amateur athlete, upon realizing that his performance dropped when he masturbated before going to the gym, decided to reverse the order. Result: more focus, more strength, more results. He began to see masturbation as a moment of strategic relaxation, not as an automatic habit. This brought more light to your routine and more prosperity in your body and in your mind. And when the body is in harmony, sleep also improves, and that's where the magic really begins. Everything I'm showing you here is just the tip of the iceberg. In my ebook, The Power of Semen Retention, you will find a direct, simple, and practical step-by-step guide to apply this transformation in your daily life and achieve more clarity, discipline, and prosperity. Many people don't know, but the moment you masturbate can change everything, especially when it's time to sleep. If done before bed, consciously and without guilt, masturbation can release oxytocin, that hormone that gives a pleasant feeling of warmth and peace. This helps the body to enter deep sleep, the famous slow-wave sleep, faster. This type of sleep is pure gold. It is in it that the body recovers, the mind organizes itself, and the soul reconnects with the creator of the universe. Now, let's be serious. There are people who turn off the alarm clock, but don't know how to turn off their anxiety. And then you're stuck in a loop of thoughts before going to sleep. At these times, the problem is not the act, but the way it is used. If it is to relieve stress and promote relaxation, great. But if it becomes an escape or an emotional anesthetic, the effect can be the opposite. And what was supposed to bring light ends up plunging the person even further into the darkness of accumulated fatigue. Anyone who trains hard, studies a lot, or lives at high performance needs sleep as a regeneration tool. It is in this night cycle that the growth hormone is activated, that the muscles rebuild themselves, and that physical prosperity manifests itself. Have you ever thought about using this knowledge strategically? Try creating a nighttime ritual with light reading, a calming tea like chamomile with honey, and, if applicable, a moment of conscious pleasure. All of this can transform your nights. And when sleep is in order, performance wakes up with it. The big idea here is to understand that recovery is not a luxury, it is an essential part of performance. When sleep improves, the body restructures itself. Hormones such as testosterone and GH are released more efficiently, the immune system is strengthened, and mood increases. And that, my friend, impacts everything: training, work, focus, and even your level of creativity. It is as if the creator of the universe had placed a reboot button on sleep, and whoever learns to use it lives with more light, clarity, and energy. This improvement in recovery directly reflects on muscle growth, especially for those who do not use anabolic steroids. Really natural. That guy who lives at the gym but never sleeps properly? You will grow less than someone who trains averagely and sleeps like a baby. The secret isn't just in the effort, it's in the regeneration. And for that, rest needs to be sacred. A good mattress, a silent environment, lavender aromatherapy, everything contributes to this bodily prosperity that begins at night. And here comes a powerful point. Performance is not just about lifting weights or running faster. It's about maintaining constancy, focus, and well-being throughout the day. Those who are stressed, exhausted, sleepless, and still stuck in compulsive habits lose strength where they need it most. Those who choose to sleep well, eat well, and keep pleasure as an ally, not an enemy, awaken to a new phase. And it is in this awakening that true power lies. Because when you start to understand all of this, you also start to realize that the impact goes far beyond the body. It goes straight to your financial life. Now that you understand how this apparently harmless habit can be draining your energy, your discipline, and even your prosperity, what are you going to do with this information? Are you going to leave it for later? Are you going to ignore and continue repeating patterns that only take you away from the best version of yourself? Or are you going to get up now, look at yourself honestly, and start directing your energy towards something that really connects you with the creator of the universe? You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be willing to wake up. If your energy has the power to trap you in a cycle of sabotage, imagine what it can do when channeled with awareness. Have you ever thought about how much your financial life can change when you learn to master yourself and turn on your own light? Tell me in the comments, what will you change from today? Are you feeling this calling? If so, like the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because here you will learn, day after day, how to unleash your potential and live in peace, with your body, with your mind, and with the universe. Don't wait for time to pass and continue wasting energy for nothing. Click now on the first pinned comment, purchase the ebook and start today to recover your strength, your mind, and your connection with the Creator of the universe.